Okay, so before we get on to the second part of the second half of this trial, there's just something I need to say real quick. When I was going through Sony Vegas and editing my video, I noticed that my old commentary for this video got corrupted, and I cannot use that audio whatsoever. The game's visuals and audio are just fine, but it's just my commentary audio just got corrupted, and I'm gonna have to post commentate this episode. So yeah, that's all what this little thing's about. So without any further ado, let's get right to the video. Hello everyone, peopledud here, and welcome back for another episode of Ace Attorney, Justice for All. So in the last episode, we finished up the first part of the second trial, and now in this episode, we are going to go ahead and start and probably finish the second part of the second trial. So without any further ado, let's get right to it. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Annie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right? Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me even though we're the same age? Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring back your father. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Innie Minnie had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Innie Minnie and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Minnie, please testify to the court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Minnie, if you please. Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, last year, in May. Something really bad happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was a talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Ugh! Those are merely rumors. Totally basic gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Minnie's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at like 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had like a paper due like really soon. So like, I hadn't slept and was working like real hard. So it's because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Like, she had talked to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why did you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware that you did not have your license, Miss Minnie. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay. Anyway. I was, like, totally pooped, too. Blah, blah, blah. I, like, didn't have my driver's license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving for her. And that is a contradiction. Miss Minnie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is the photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Minnie? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about the perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And ow! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's the half year's lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right? What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license. Ow! Cry, and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my sister's license, I would have, like, I don't think my sister would have let me drive. Ow! Don't just stand there and humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain. Ow. Miss Minnie, why do you think your sister would not have let you drive anyway? That's because... I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony, Miss Minnie. If you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting such a noob drive my car. So, like, that day when I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... It was a new car. Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
The UK? Was that her boyfriend's initials?
And it was a really special model. She had, like, waited a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love for cars would be the obvious next topic. But I really don't know anything about cars. But I had a feeling this was bound to come up.
Your Honor. Yes?
Please append what the witness just said into her testimony.
You mean the part about it being a special car from overseas?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
That's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Minnie, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England. Miss Minnie, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor,
Which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right?
well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger's side would be the left side.
What do you mean by this?
Miss Minnie, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, that means that you were in the driver's seat. Ah!
Order! Order in the court! Order!
Order! Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. And he said that the person who was driving her was her older sister, Minnie. That is what Annie said, yes. But this is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, then there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Annie or Minnie, who was really driving that night? The answer is the one person who had their driver's license, Minnie. After all, that makes her the only person who would legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Minnie, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question. The next
Question?
Who was the person standing on the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? The witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. The witness's real name is Minnie. Minnie, that is your real name.
Objection!
Of all the foolish dribble, then how do you explain her appearance? When she was admitted to the hospital, the witness was suffering severe facial burns. For the purpose of a facial reconstruction, they used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to the doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No!
But Minnie, she died in a car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site, that was the body of the real Minnie. Isn't that right, Miss Minnie Minnie? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Innie Minnie. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face, and then was reborn as Innie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Minnie from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure that you can see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? Ow! What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Minnie. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Minnie was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening, at all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting the witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Von Karma. Yeah! Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Minnie. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Minnie wanted herself to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Minnie. That's right, the person standing before us today. In a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Minnie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo? Becoming Annie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it! I hate it all! I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here. Why did you set a murderous revenge plot in motion? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help you with the plan? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Franziska von Karma! I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world.